Hello, this is my presentation for climate change and agriculture. Beforehand, I'm going to apologize. I have a cat and a child in the background, but I'll do my best to speak a lot clearer so you can listen to the presentation. So, there are many possible consequences that can happen due to climate change. For now, I'll be discussing these 6 points. The 6 points are altered growing seasons, changes in precipitation patterns, increased pest and disease pressure, soil erosion, food security, and economic consequences. Altered growing seasons. Growing seasons can be disrupted by rising temperatures and changing weather patterns. The timing of planting and harvesting can be impacted by warmer winters and erratic frosts, potentially lowering the crop yields. So there's a phenophase, and it's something that can be expected to change as well. If you were asking what the phenophase is, a phenophase refers to a phenology. Phenology is a cyclic and seasonal natural phenomenon. It also correlates to the climate and plant life. So an example to the phenophase would be the Japanese cherry tree. So it'll turn pink to mark spring, but even that may change due to climate change. Changes in precipitation patterns. Climate change has the potential to induce modifications in precipitation distribution, resulting in heightened occurrences of intense and prolonged droughts in certain areas, while simultaneously causing amplified precipitation and subsequent flooding in other locations. This phenomenon has the potential to result in either water scarcity or water excess, either meaning like less water or just too much water, both of which can have detrimental effects on crop productivity. The present picture on the top left illustrates temporal evolution of the aggregate annual precipitation in the continuous 48 states of the United States, so not including pretty much Hawaii and Alaska, just those the ones that are connected to each other. The graph utilizes from the year 1901 to the year 2000 average as a reference point for illustrating variations. Modifying the reference period would not alter the temporal pattern exhibited by the data. Increased pest and disease pressure. So, elevated pressures have the potential to foster more welcoming environments for proliferation of pests and diseases that can pose a threat to agricultural products. This phenomenon may result in elevated agricultural yield reductions and necessitate heightened reliance on pesticide and herbicide applications. So, more pesticides and more herbicides will be sprayed among all these plants at a greater rate. The climate holds a significant effect on agricultural pests. These pests can be generally adaptable and can react different in different climate scenarios. The climate change may also create an impact on where pests can go, and current known regions could not change or even just expand, so pests could go from one region to another or just get that one region and expand their borders of where they can be at. Soil erosion. Soil erosion is when water or wind takes away the upper level of soil. It is also known as soil degradation. Extreme weather events like storms and heavy rain can wear away at the earth and causing it to be less stable. Losing dirt can make land less fertile, which means it can't grow as many crops. Eroded soil can also make the land more polluted and cause it to settle down. The damaged land won't be able to hold as much water as it used to, meaning plants won't be able to consume as much water as they need. It'll make things a lot more worse, pretty much. Uh, the soil holds many dynamic and complex ecosystems as well, from little bugs to animals. It's more like the Earth's skin, if you think about it. Food security. Food security, you can think of it as like soup kitchens, food banks, or even a lunch program you may have at school or work, possibly. Let me read it right here. Food security is ability to have physical and economic access food that meets their dietary needs and preference while being sufficient and nutritious. This was referenced from the World Bank Group. So it's pretty much saying It's just that having that access, being able to go out and buy the food you need, buy the food that you need to help supplement your body and your daily actions to live, pretty much. I wouldn't say food security is something like mud cakes or something, but it's something that will be nutritious for you to live with. Think about how lucky we are to be able to just go up to a grocery store and buy whatever food we are craving. With a lack of food security, the US mainly would be able to remain resilient to the harshness of shortages. But let's think about like smaller and less fortunate countries. They'll probably have to do whatever it takes to live on a day by day basis. Economic consequences. So I'll read it right here. Climate change can impose substantial economic ramifications on agricultural practitioners, encompassing augmented expenditures in production, diminished crop outputs, and prospective jeopardy to their means of subsistence. So farmers would have to start operating at a loss and find a way to bounce back from whatever losses they have. You can even be a small time farmer, and your farm would probably be out of business at some point. But even if you're a big farm, and they can be operating at a loss too. Um, for those mid-grade farmers or even small farmers, development may even slow down. So the expansion of a farm or any upgrades you plan on having a farm, such as vehicles, land, the types of herbicides, pesticides you want to use for your plants, storage, just development in general, um, it might go at a pause or even slow down. Yields in general just might get smaller, which would cause that slowdown in development. It would cause a crash, and they just might be working at a loss for years and years and years. To conclude this presentation, climate change is a significant problem that we are facing in today's world. Global warming is increasing day by day, and crops will be struggling to keep their yield. Food prices may jump while supply may drop. That demand will increase, and it's gonna be a lot worse for for the future. This is my page to view any references. Thank you for listening. Again, this is Brandon Hodgson, and that's it.